Alright guys, let's do the 2023 room tour. It's been about a year since I did one. This will be my third one. Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. I've had a sore spot in the back of my mouth for about a week now and it hurts like a mother. So, yeah, it's going to be a little hard talking, but let's take a look at everything. Not a ton has changed, but, you know, a good deal has, I guess. There's a lot of new additions, so... let's jump right into it. Also, this time I'm going to be talking just right into the phone, where in the past I would take the footage with the camera and then, like, you know, overlay my dialogue on top of it. So it's not going to be scripted or anything. It never is scripted, but it's not even going to be like edited. I'm just going to be talking, so there might be some ums and everything. So let's go. So first off, I guess just like the door, there's all the conventions I've been to and gaming tournaments and all that stuff from over the years. Finally can start adding to that again now because I've been finally going back to conventions the past couple of years after, you know, the several years that we couldn't go. Then above the door, we got some Hot Wheels, Ninja Turtles Hot Wheels. And then we got Big Trouble in Little China poster. I got this at a thrift store. They had a bunch of movie posters there. None of them were movies I was like super into except for this one. I love Big Trouble in Little China. Ton of fun. Picked it up. I found it weird the title's not on it, but hey, it's cool. Then we got our classic Monsters poster. It's a pretty, you know, fairly generic picture you can find online a lot, but I got this at Monster Mania Con in New Jersey a few years back, 2019. Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I mean, I just wanted to pick up some stuff while I was there, so figured why not. Then here we have my Wario cosplay, some of the pieces of it. The WarioWare one, which I did recently in a video with it where I went to Anime Next and I did a video of me playing Wario, doing a terrible Wario accent, going around the con, taking pictures of people and everything. These little buttons that I got, they look official. They look super official, but they're actually by these awesome artists you can find online called Sweet Sisters Cosplay. And I'll talk more about them later, but they were very cool when I ordered those buttons from them. And awesome. I definitely recommend doing business with them. We also have the helmet over there, but we'll look at that in a bit. All right, here we have our wall of Super 7, although it's not just the wall anymore. There's the Super 7 spreading because they're slowly but surely adding to the Super 7 Turtles lineup. So here we, I guess we'll start at the bottom and work our way up. Here we just have some generic villains. I know a lot of people say Metalhead's not a villain. I know. I just always like putting him with the villains. I don't know why. Foot Clan. Still love the Bebop. Still one of the best figures they made, I think. Some other heroes, main heroes. You know, I put Mondo in there just because he's supposed to be such a good friend of Mike's. So, sorry, it's kind of dark here too. I could put the flash on. I'm choosing not to because usually it makes everything look kind of ugly when I do that. So maybe when we look at the bookcases, I'll put the flash on. But here we have the Turtles. I swapped Mike's head with the alternate head for Sewer Surfing Mike because I just like the expression better for Michelangelo, and the orange is really bright. I really wish for the Undercover Raph that he did not have the fedoras stuck to his head, because I would love to use those heads instead, because the red is so much brighter I don't know what it is. I don't know why Raph's red is so dull in the Super 7 toy. Look at how bright Mike's orange is, and then look at how dull Raph's red is. Here we have Muckman and Joe Eyeball, still the masterpiece of the collection. Because I mean, if you're basing it on that Playmates figure, it's going to be a masterpiece because that thing is insane. He gets his own shelf, you know. He's worthy of his own shelf. Then we got some more villains. We got Krang. Slash. Slash is an incredible figure. Leatherhead. The Leatherhead I always wanted. Huge upgrade to the original. Always hated how small that original one was. Then you might not be able to hear me as good up here. We have our Surfer shelf. Sewer Surfing Mike and Ray Fillet and Fish Sticks, and on either one of these sides I'm gonna have Genghis Frog surfing out in the air on top of his boogie board whenever he gets in. So I think it's supposed to be around October that we finally get him. I guess we'll go over here just to finish up the Super 7s and look at what else is in this area. There's some miscellaneous villains. We got Scratch, Foot Soldier that broke out of the package, his arm, this whole wrist here and everything. Not even the wrist, the whole, like, you know, forearm is just broke out of the package. It's actually just super glued on there, so you can't bend that, unfortunately. You know, I could like super glue the joint and everything. I'm not that precise. Like, the thing snaps in such an awkward way, but. Anyway, here we go. There's the undercover Raph I was just talking about. Look at how much nicer that red is on that bandana. It's so much nicer. Then we got Sewer Samurai Leo. His hand broke coming out. It's actually super glued on also. The one with the blades on it. Then we got Ace Duck. Still think there needs to be more of a variety with colors. Everything is that same yellowish brown, pale brown. His beak, look, it doesn't even stand out. It's like the same color as his feathers. I don't know. A cool figure. I love that old head, but they really needed to like up the contrast on the colors. That's it for the Super 7s though. Here's some NECA Universal Monsters. Universal Monster Turtles, I should say. We got some regular Universal Monsters coming up. Really like that Donnie, that Invisible Man Don. He was worth the wait. He's awesome. I like to do, you know, you can't really see it, but gloved hand on one side, invisible on the other, then the opposite feet, invisible foot on the other side, and, you know, covered foot on the other. Van Helsing, Splinter is still probably the worst one in the line. Not a bad figure, but kind of a bad figure. I don't know, and it's also just in no way Edward Van Sloan's version of the character. It looks more based on like almost like a mix of Edward Van Sloan's and Hugh Jackman's Van Helsing, which is strange. Mummy Mike, amazing. Phantom of the Opera Casey. Ended up liking this one a lot more than I thought it was going to, actually. It's really cool. He just has a really big, imposing presence. Then we got the Turtle Van Micro Machines. We got this totally tubular Secret of the Ooze lunchbox. I actually got this when I was at Sleepy Hollow last year. They had a street fair going on. Anyone who follows my channel knows I go to Sleepy Hollow every year. I love Halloween. We got, sorry, the glare from the lamp is pretty bad here. I'm gonna try to move it. We got the Super 7 releases of Hero and Eldor, the never before released figures from the original Masters of the Universe line. Then we got their Funko Horror Savage Land, whatever the hell they called it. Still like these figures, even if they're very brittle and a lot of things break on them, but Not a huge fan of Funko toys, and they don't really even seem to do toys anymore. Like, they were starting to try to get into action figures back around, like, 2017 or so. And it doesn't seem like they really do. They just kind of dropped the ball on those, but those are still cool figures. Before we look at the video games, we'll finish looking at the action figures we have around here. Some more Universal Monster NECA turtles. These are just, this line is so awesome. I just love the sculpts. I love the paint job. Like, even just look at that freaking metal buckle on his ankle. It's like so detailed. These guys look so good. Love these. Then we got the real deal Universal Monsters, and these are really good. Originally, I was not planning on getting these. I don't know how. As soon as I saw Frankenstein in the store, I had to get them. And I was just hooked after that. I was like, okay, I'm getting them all. Because these look amazing. These look just like the actors. I really like the coloration of these ones. They're very dark and very muted. I feel like you can see Dracula's a little more bright and vibrant. I feel like they're getting a bit more bright and vibrant over time. But I think they kind of look better when they're real muted. Usually I wouldn't say that, but for Universal Monsters, the closer to black and white you can get, the better. And I know they make the black and white alts, and those look really good. But I kind of like to have that little hit of color on them, though. Just enough to make them pop. Dracula came with so many fun accessories also. Then we got some more of them down here. We got the Invisible Man, Jack Griffin himself. Power. He wants power. Then we got the Bride of Frankenstein by Elsa Lancaster. The most overly celebrated Universal Monster of all time because she's only on screen for like 2 minutes. But yeah, that's just an iconic design. She looked awesome in that costume. Then I actually just got this dude today, the Phantom of the Opera. They said he was going to come out in October, I believe, but here we are, end of August, already on store shelves. He's really good. He came with like 5 different alt heads, which is insane, and they were all amazing. It was actually really hard to choose which head I wanted to go with, but this one matched the pose I was doing, so. We got a little invisible vial there. Yeah, these are just really good. I absolutely love this line. I can't wait to get the creature, the Gill Man. He's coming soon. We've all seen this before in other videos. Here's my Kotobukiya Starfire figure. A lot of junk back there. We got, whoa, that light is not cooperating. Let's get in here to see. Here we go. These Bebop and Rocksteady statues. I know I've shown these off before in videos. I really like these. No one really talks about them. I think they're awesome. I don't know. They were GameStop exclusives, I believe. But I think they're just about the best cartoon versions you can get of Bebop and Rocksteady. Yes, I think they're even better than the NECA ones, but they're not action figures, they're statues, so, you know. Then we got the Funko Thundercats. These were really cool. It's kind of always a shame that even though I don't care too much about collecting these, that I don't have Tigra or Jackalman, because I almost have the whole set, but I'm missing those two. But I don't care enough about them to hunt them down. So we got Monkian, Slythe. They never made Vulture Man, which is a shame. Vulture Man, I feel like he's kind of essential. And then we got some classic Motu here, away from most of my other Motu setups, because the other setups just ran out of space. Here's some of the Snake Men, Tongue Lashor, Cobra Khan, Radalor. And just a bunch of Hot Wheels up here. We got Nightmare Before Christmas. Then we got all the Universal Monster ones that came out a while ago. I want to say 2014, 2015? I don't remember anymore. Wii games, Wii U games. Obviously just the physical ones. I have a ton of digital games, especially on the Switch. Like, most of my Switch library is digital. So my Switch library looks real small, but that's because most of the games I own are digital. And most of them are honestly remasters or ports of collections of older games. I actually don't play I end up not intentionally, but I end up not really playing as much new stuff on the Switch, you know. Then we got some Super Nintendo, some Super Famicom, NES, television, and one Atari 2600 game. We got an old style clock, very similar to the one my mom had when I was a little kid back in the day. You know, that wood paneling and everything. I love it. Masters of the Universe Origins, Mechanic, and Ground Ripper, which is really the Road Ripper, but they had to change it for legalities. There's another toy called the Road Ripper now or something. Nintendo 64 package. Found this on the side of the road when I was walking my dog one night a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, whenever the hell it was. Really good condition. And about 20 minutes later, after I got home, started pouring rain. So I saved this thing. It was on the curb. I saved it just before it was a destroyed piece of history. So there's a TMNT collector's case. Every kid had one of these back in the day. You open it up, and I got a bunch of my doubles in there, a bunch of damaged figures that are missing stuff. My hothead that's like missing most of his shoulder pads and breaking apart, not like my finished hothead that's over there. Complete hothead, I should say. Then we got, it's a little dark down here, but we got our coffee table books. Hammer Glamour, I guess we'll take a look at them. Hammer Glamour. It's all the beautiful ladies from the Hammer horror films. Madeline Smith, one of my favorites. It's a great book. I don't actually know if I should be flipping through it, because I think there is some nudity in here, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's all the bombshell babes that were in the Hammer horror films. And then we got TMNT The Last Ronin. This is the graphic novel version that has all 5 chapters. Great comic. You want to hear me talk about it, go follow the Party Wagon podcast, our podcast channel. There's a link to it at the top of my YouTube profile, or my YouTube page. Just go to my YouTube page and you can go to there. Me and Eric from No You Grow Up, the YouTube channel called No You Grow Up. We talk about everything TMNT, past, present, and future. Speaking of which, perfect book for that. The Ultimate Guide to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is getting updated now, I believe, or they're adding, They're going all the way up to Mutant Mayhem, I believe. I'm not going to update it, though. I'm just going to keep that because it's good enough. Looney Tunes Treasury. I love the classic Warner Brothers figures. What am I talking about? Warner Brothers cartoons. It says $9.98 on there. I'm pretty sure it was actually even cheaper. I think I got this thing for like $3. It was on like super clearance. Me and my friend Kenny, we were at a Barnes and Noble when they were selling this, and we both love these old cartoons. So I love, classic Warner Brothers. It's hard to beat those when you're talking about great classic cartoons. There's a lot of fun stuff in here. There's a lot of little bonuses and stuff with little extra fun pamphlets and all. A lot of cool history about the making of these cartoons and everything, and what it was like for the animators, how they came up with their ideas. Then I have the art of Wreck-It Ralph. I don't know if they still do these. They were doing these for a while. Every Disney movie would get the art of blank, the art of that movie. I really liked Wreck-It Ralph when it came out, so I got the art book, and I got it on sale. I pulled like a super cheapo move because I was like, I don't even see it now, but somewhere the cover was damaged, and I said like, hey, it's pretty damaged. I'll be able to get a good price on this, and they actually sold me less, like I was at a freaking swap meet or something at a Barnes and Noble. It's kind of surprising, but yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of cool stuff, and there's a lot of cool information about like what they were going to put in the movie that they actually ended up not putting in the movie. I would love to, I don't know if these exist for the older Disney movies. I would love to get these for like The Little Mermaid or The Lion King or something, like my favorite Disney movies. I would absolutely love that. Nightmare Before Christmas. I love The Big Lebowski. I remember, I've always loved The Big Lebowski. Even, somehow I just knew. I remember when this movie was coming out, I was only in the 6th grade. And I kept telling everyone in my family, like, I remember seeing the trailers, I thought it looked funny. I remember telling everyone in my family that summer when my birthday was coming up, I was like, all I want is a 6-pack of beer and a copy of The Big Lebowski. Because I hadn't seen it yet. And they were like, yeah, there's no way in hell you're getting a 6-pack of beer. And then I grew up and I had beer, and I realized I do not like beer at all. But, you're in 6th grade. You want to do what you're told you can't do. But yeah, this is a fun little book. My sister got me this for my birthday years ago. It's like a Where's Waldo, but you have to find the dude in every single one. It's pretty fun. It's got a bunch of references to movies, a bunch of characters from movies. Then we got Rad Plastic, the ultimate behind-the-scenes history to the my favorite toy line of all time, the 1988 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Playmates line. We also did an episode on the podcast where we interviewed the author of this book, Chris Fawcett, and we talked specifically about prototype collecting, the world of action figure prototype collecting, because it doesn't get talked about a lot, and he really wanted to talk about that, and it made for a pretty cool episode. We were chatting before Eric got into the cast. Me and Chris were chatting about Darkwing Duck action figures and Earthworm Jim action figures. I told him my story of how I almost bought a prototype of Chuck and Fifi back in 2005 on eBay, but I just missed getting it, and for years I regretted it, but in retrospect I'm kind of happy, because I think I was a freaking idiot back in 2005, 7, 8, 9, I would have taken terrible care of that thing, so I'm glad I went to a proper collector at the time and not some kid who had just graduated high school. And we have the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the NES Library. The Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the Nintendo Entertainment System Library. That's a mouthful. This is by Pat Contry. The internet probably better knows him as Pat the NES Punk. I think it's signed. I believe it's signed. I don't remember. Yep, there it is. So, I also got him and Ian to sign my copies of Golgo 13 for the NES and DuckTales. Golgo is Pat's favorite game, I believe, and DuckTales, I believe, was Ian's favorite game. I used to listen to the CU podcast a lot, so that was pretty cool. Ian was a very cool dude. Pat's cool too, but Ian was like super nice. Super nice. Hyrule Historia, the book that kind of hate in the long run because it started the whole Zelda timeline being canon, and now everyone has to talk about the split timeline and all that, and we always have to worry about how every Zelda game fits into the timeline, and we were better without it. But it's a cool guidebook. And we have arts and artifacts, or art and artifacts. Sorry, I can't talk right now. This was the image one, which I actually got this at the Nintendo store in New York City. It's a ripoff. It's a bunch of artwork you can just find online in higher resolution and larger size. It's cool. I mean, I like it, but it was not worth the price I paid for it. But yeah, it's still cool. There was a third book, a blue one. I don't remember what that is, but I never got that one. But I almost have the full collection. Alright, I didn't want to have to use the flash, but I think we should, just so we can actually see what the hell we're looking at. That would be nice, right? So there's all my coffee table books. Right now I have Chrono Cross, a missing piece, or the missing piece. Actually, it's just missing piece. A View of the World. I had this back in high school, and then I lost it for ages, and I finally bought it back about a year ago, a little less than a year ago. It was in my Chrono Cross video, which took forever to make. Go check it out. Even if you hate it, check it out. Actually, I am wearing my Chrono Cross shirt right now. So, love that game. Whoa, that's blurry. Let's focus. There we go. NES games. Still about 200 something. Not a ton. I know that's not exactly a very impressive NES collection, but you know, I'm not trying to impress anybody. It just got my games, you know. I've kind of been out of game collecting for a few years now because action figure collecting has just gotten so hot. I've just been so into action figure collecting with all the Turtles stuff coming out, but you know, I'll get back into game collecting at some point if I feel like it. Speaking of games and action figures, actually, around here I'm going to put in another shelf, which we'll have to have more Super 7 stuff. I'm going to have to find a place for the Premium DNA Battletoads who are coming in the mail. Eventually. They haven't been shipped yet, even though I bought them a while ago, but you know, when they get here, they'll have to go there. And I might eventually get the Earthworm Jim ones by Premium DNA, because I loved Earthworm Jim. That was actually more important a game to me than Battletoads, but something about those ones, I don't love them quite as much as I love the way the Battletoads ones look. But anyway. Super Nintendo games, not anywhere near as much. I think it's about 70. N64 is barely anything. Genesis is barely anything. I do have Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut, though. I've already told this story in every one of my room tours. Got it for $15 back in 2006. That is not how much you're going to get it for these days. I can tell you that. I guess that's a weird claim to fame. I can say I own every single Clay Fighter game. I have Clay Fighter Tournament Edition, Clay Fighter 2 Judgment Clay, Claymates, Clay Fighter on Genesis, Clay Fighter 63 and a third, and Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut. I do not own an unreleased PlayStation Clay Fighter Extreme, but I don't think those actually exist. Then we have Mega Man X3. That is not actually the price, all those crazy numbers, but I'm sure it was close to that. My friend Kenny actually got me that for my birthday a year ago, I think. Yeah, a year ago. I had it as a kid. I sold it at some point when I was in my early 20s, or was like, yeah, I actually sold it, and I regretted it so much. And then he got it back for me. He actually also got me DuckTales 2 and Mega Man 5, which are all very expensive, very rare games. I appreciate that very, very much. Those are great presents. And, you know, Mega Man, I've always been a huge Mega Man fan, especially the Mega Man X games. So, I've done a video about a hypothetical Mega Man X Maverick Boss action figure line. Go check that out. I'll just plug all my videos in this one, why not? Screw it, go watch all my videos. You know what, just stop the video right now, go watch everything I've ever made. And then come back and see if you still give a damn. So that's basically this whole wall. We already saw those. We already saw the Super 7 collection. There's my Beat It jacket, which I actually got for a Bebop cosplay that I did years ago. 2015, maybe? 2014, 2015? I don't remember when the hell I did it, but I did a Bebop cosplay at some point. This is where the VHS start. This is the Victorville film archive. I think I might have made that joke before. Only people who have seen on cinema at the cinema are gonna get that. But here's the NECA movie stuff. Sorry, there's gonna be some glares with the flash, but it's the only way you can see anything. All the turtles. These are amazing. I think these and the Universal Monster ones are the best figures NECA has ever made. They're just the best looking. They're so impressive. They look just like the suits from the movie. Casey there. It's a wicked cool Casey figure. Possibly my favorite Casey figure I own. It might be. Then we got the villains and mostly Secret of the Ooze stuff. I do not have the Secret of the Ooze Turtles or the regular Secret of the Ooze Shredder. I only have a Super Shredder because I don't know. I didn't double dip as much with characters. As soon as I have the character, that's kind of like I'll stop there. But maybe someday I'll get them. Razar and Toka, still possibly the best figures NECA ever made. Then we have Fury Planet, Wilderness Hunter Crocker, which is basically Leatherhead. I have him here because he fits in really well, just as like a movie version of Leatherhead. This might be objectively the best figure in my entire collection. This guy is... I love this figure. I can't say enough nice things about it. This thing is just awesome. He's so gigantic and well detailed and textured and painted, and it's just... Oh my god, he's awesome. He's heavy too. You pick that thing up and then you could build some biceps lifting that freaking guy. Then we got my NECA villain shelf. I know, Metalhead, not always a villain, but he is in here. I got just a bunch of villains here. A bunch of little goodies scattered on the bottom. Finally got a Mauser with the accessory pack. Glad to finally have at least one. We got Wingnut and Screw Loose flying up here. Whole bunch of movies back there. Some good stuff, some bad stuff. Some amazing stuff. Some mediocre stuff. Most of that's really good. That's actually like a bunch of masterpieces with Howling 2 just sandwiched in the middle of it. You got Home Alone, you got Indiana Jones movies, you got How the West Was Won, It's a Mad World, Jaws, It's a Wonderful Life. So many good movies, and then The Howling 2. What the hell? What's wrong with me? Then we got the Universal Monsters VHS collection. My Blockbuster card from back in the day. Freddy's glove from got that at Spirit Halloween years ago. Sven Gulli, one of the only horror hosts who still... I think the only horror host who still performs on a regular basis. You know, Joe Bob's got The Last Drive-In on Shudder, which is amazing, but Sven Gulli does it every Saturday. Obviously, I know sometimes, it's reruns, but I got this one, the MeTV website put it up for sale back in 2019, I think. Very happy I got that. That's the one I wanted too, the studio set with the coffin and the rubber chicken and everything. I need more of my my Universal Monster VHS tapes. I'm missing some crucial ones. I mean, I have the creature walks among us, and I don't even have creature from the Black Lagoon. That's messed up. Then we got the Channel 6 News shelf, because it's mostly Channel 6 News people. We got Usagi over here with Spot. That's still one of the best NECA Toon ones. We got Leo and Mike undercover. We got Bruce Campbell. I'm sorry, I mean Ash Williams. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I mean Derek Savage. Oh wait, no. Daddy Derek, that's it. We got Rat Vernon, Cat April. Just in case you ever wanted the cast of Ninja Turtles to be even more furry than it already is. We got Triceratons. These are just some extra villains. You know, my main villain shelf is up here. I got like the main villains down here. And I got the main supporting villains up here. This is just kind of like whatever the hell was left over. And again, I know some people would say Mutagen Man's not a villain, but he starts off as one, damn it. Then you have my sewer lair shelf. Hey, and this one didn't cost $300. That's because it's not even a sewer lair. I just kind of set up a workout area, like a little like meditation rug or whatever. And I put all the turtles and like their closest friends in here. So we got Leo and Splinter working out together. Then we got Raph's posse back here. It's him and his boy Casey Jones, and then his girl Mona Lisa. A little jealous of that one, Raph. They're all exercising or whatever back there, getting ready to kick some ass. Then we got Donatello here. Got his little lab set up. He's got his computer. He's working with Zach right there. Zach the Fifth Turtle. Big Mac is kind of just chilling in the back. Then we got Mike just being totally irresponsible, just racing around the lair on a skateboard with all his buddies while he's blasting his music on his boombox and eating pizza. Yeah, Mike's pretty obnoxious to live with, I guess. But he's got his girl Kala there, his boy Mondo. And the other neutrinos are just hanging out there because Cal is there, so why not? We got that little guy in the back of Cal's hoverboard. And if we go over here, apparently on the other side of the Turtles' sewer layer wall is the Technodrome. Who knew? So here's Shredder and some foot soldiers. This guy's seen better days. And we got Krang. Bugman is flying around. Same with Ace Duck. Ace Duck's doing like he's doing the bad boys, like, you know, slow-mo jump, double shot. Did they ever even actually do that in the Bad Boys movies? I don't remember. I remember they joke about that in Hot Fuzz. I remember Hot Fuzz talking about Bad Boys better than I remember Bad Boys. So, Hot Fuzz is a great movie. But you know, the Pizza Monster, and then we just got a whole bunch of green allies of the Turtles. They knew a lot of green people. All the frogs. Then down here we got my Disney collection, which I do not have all of them, but I believe I have all of them in this collection, the Masterpiece collection, the purple one. Just in case anyone's wondering, these Black Diamond ones do not cost, they do not go for thousands of dollars. That is a myth. If you own these, congratulations, so do millions upon millions of other people. They are not worth more than $1. So, if anyone tells you you're sitting on thousands by having old Disney VHS tapes, I'm sorry, but they're wrong. Then we got the baby turtles hanging out here, watching some Gorgonzola, playing They think they're playing video games. I guess they're not, though. They're watching a movie. But and then we have these Little Mermaid mugs are from the Disney on Ice show from 1998. And no, I was not there. I got these at a thrift store, but they're pretty cool. Even if they are kind of creepy because, oh my god, someone did a brain transplant on Flounder. Always found that stuff kind of gross and morbid when they designed things like that. Now here we go at the top. Whole bunch of other villains. We got generic Rock Soldier, Crooked Ninja Turtle gang. We got a color forms thing back in the back there. I got that as a little kid. I won it from some raffle in first grade. That is not my original copy, but I had that exact same one. Chakahachi, Lotus Blossom, who usually doesn't want to stand. Robotic Bebop and Rocksteady. I kind of like how you can plug in Electro Zappers into Robotic Rocksteady's arm. Some giant turtles. Burger King pouch. By the way, I did not remember who the heck this guy was when they released the action figure. I love the 87 show, but I did not remember who the hell that guy was. California Raisin, Super 7 decapitated heads. I just like the all heads so much I had to display them. Bebop and Rocksteady's gang, who are about to be arrested by Rex 1. Or maybe not, because Rhino Man and Mighty Hog are here. They might stop them. Forbidden Planet, Robbie the Robot. And we got some Motu up there. We got some Evil Horde with Hordak, Grizzlor, and Leech. Which I always thought Grizzlor looked like a hairy chicken nugget in the original toy line. He looked pretty dumb. Yeah, that's my my NECA shelf. I'll come over here. Everyone's favorite alien life form, Gordon Shumway, Alf. I had the talking one when I was a kid. I don't think this is the talking one. I think this is just a regular plush. But I love Alf. Alf is one of the most nostalgic things in the world for me. I watched that and I've warped back to being like 2 years old. It's crazy. We got some more Alf down here. The NECA Ultimate Alf, which is actually an amazing action figure. It comes with so many cool like deep dive accessories and stuff. It's you can tell there was a lot of love for that show when they made that. Bill and Ted. Never really watched the cartoon that much. I love Excellent Adventure, Bogus Journey. It has its charm, but it has its things I don't like also. But love Excellent Adventure. Saw the new one. It was fun. It's not like a masterpiece or anything, but it was fun. Betty Boop. You got some Smurfs down here on my VCR. This time we actually have Bruce Campbell for real, Ash Williams, Toony Terror by NECA, Teen Wolf. I really want the They Live one they did, but I passed on it when I first saw it. Now I don't find it anywhere. NES, Super NES. My old TV. Well, actually, no, it's not my old TV, but it's an old TV that I own. Then I have some of my NECA boxes here. Mostly the Universal Monster ones. Turtles Universal Monsters, because those are amazing packages. I don't know if I showed, but I have my normal Universal Monster ones up there, like movie posters, because those are just Beautiful. They look just like the original movie posters. So now let's move over here. Here's my first horror shelf. Stephen King, my favorite author. Probably gonna put out a video about Stephen King soon. I will be doing videos for Halloween because those always do so well, right? We got Doc cider here. That's my favorite cider. I get it every year when I go to Sleepy Hollow at Horse Feathers. Great Jack-o'-lantern Blaze, also from Sleepy Hollow. I'll be going there for the 3rd time this year. Wolfman. I don't know if you can have nards there. There's not that. It's kind of cut off just before the Wolfman can have nards. So. Here's Toonie Terror for American Werewolf in London. Then we have the horror toy shelf. A lot of Toonie Terrors. I think this Herbert West from Reanimator is the best in the entire Toonie Terrors line. I just love the proportions. I love the way he looks. I love the accessories. Great figure. We got a little piece of Haddonfield over there. Michael Myers from my favorite horror movie of all time, Halloween. Dracula or Orlok from Nosferatu. So many people call that character Nosferatu. That's not true. That's not his name. It's more like a title. It's like just calling him vampire, basically. There's the Addams Family figures for the animated series that I never really watched. Thing is falling over there. It was not like that before. Ginger the Tap Dancing Spider from the Beetlejuice cartoon. This Beetlejuice figure was not even supposed to come with. The back of the package, which is over there, still says he comes with the sandworm, even though he comes with Ginger. Elvira. Ghostbusters. The Fog. John Carpenter's The Fog. Was that Captain Blake, I think his name is? Judith Myers, Gravestone. I got that at Spirit Halloween years ago. We got the Universal Monster Turtles, the first wave, and then I have the Creature from the Black Lagoon still in the package. Some Toonie Terror Pennywises. Some horror movies back there, including the VHS version of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, narrated by Glenn Close by Rabbit Ears, that I made a video on. It's one of my most popular videos on my entire channel. And if you want to know more about why I love this video so much, this videotape, go watch that video. Pumpkin spice syrup from the Blaze from Sleepy Hollow. I love Sleepy Hollow. Little Coraline. Toonie Terrors. American Werewolf in London, the friend who keeps appearing more and more decayed. The gag that the Tom Cruise Mummy movie ripped off for some reason. It was very weird. Now we move up to my Anything Goes shelf, which is my Little Mermaid shelf, / Weird Al shelf, / Thundercat shelf, / Bucky O'Hare shelf. Start with Little Mermaid's the biggest one. Got this Sega figure, like I said, it's from a Sega arcade from Japan. It was a prize you could win. I really like this figure. $20. $20, and it looks better than most figures that cost $300. So I got the original VHS tape there with the certain pillar on it that stands out from the others. Old Burger King toy of Sebastian. Presto Magics, it's Rose Art's like rip-off color forms thing. Whole bunch of stuff. The original Tiger handheld. Whole bunch of figures. Some vintage, some new. Some of these are from 89, some are from 98, some are from 3 years ago. there's way too much stuff for this movie. So it's my favorite animated movie of all time, but there's so much to collect, and most of it is made for, 7-year-old girls. So I don't collect every little bit of merchandise I see for this movie, because if I did, this whole room would be filled with Little Mermaid crap, because they've made so much. But I just get the stuff that I want. And Weird Al, here's a signed picture to me and my brother. Unfortunately, I didn't actually meet him there, though. A friend got that for me. I still need to meet Weird Al before I die. I have my stack of cassette tapes back there of everything he did from his first album through Off the Deep End. And that is very nostalgic for me. I used to listen to those cassette tapes all the time as a kid. The NECA Ultimate Weird Al. Of course, I have him in the classic get-up because I like that one better. That's just how I remember him always being. Then we got a VHS tape back there of a bunch of the music videos from Bad Hair Day, like Amish Paradise and stuff. Love Weird Al. One of the most inspirational guys I know of. It's probably him and James Rolfe, probably the two most inspirational content creators for me personally. We got the Wily... Oh no, the Thunder Kits. I'm sorry. Thunder Kits. We got some Thundercat stuff. We got Mum-Ra, the Ancient, and Mum-Ra, the Ever-Living, although he's bald like most people, so I don't have the headdress. Some assortment of villains. Bucky O'Hare. We got some heroes and villains here. Alright, now we'll move up to the video game shelf. Video game toy shelf, I should say. We got some little WarioWare figures that were actually keychains. I hate that I ripped the keychain part out of them when I got them years ago. These were for WarioWare Touched for the DS. Some of the only physical official merchandise that exists for WarioWare. But yeah, I ripped the keychain things out, so these things do not stand. It is so hard, especially Jimmy T and Mona. Oh my god, that was a nightmare trying to get those little assholes to stand. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Centipede, Pac-Man. Underneath Wario there is one of those original Namco arcade tokens. I got that from the arcade that used to exist in the Rutland Mall in Vermont. I actually don't even know if that mall still exists. It was pretty dead even back in the 90s when they built it. So, well, it existed before then. They built a new mall in the 90s that was even bigger than the old one. We got Sonic here. We got a whole Sonic section over there, but in here we got a little bit of Sonic also. We got one of these classic Happy Meals of Dr. Ivo Robotnik from the Adventures cartoon. Captain Commando from Marvel vs. Capcom. The Jigsaw puzzle, I got that as the free reward for all my saved up Club Nintendo points when the Wii shop died. We got some Koopalings. These are some littler ones. I have some bigger ones over here. I just want all of them, damn it. I want Morton and Roy, damn it. Got really little Koopalings over here. These are from little Kinder eggs. Chocolate eggs back in Japan. When I think New Super Mario Bros. Wii was new. Some more Sonic. Chrono Trigger. It's hard to see. We got Robo, Ayla, and Chrono. Dr. Huawei. Ridley. That was a custom-made one. I bought that years ago. The wing's a little broken, unfortunately, but here's the old mail-in figure for Earthworm Jim from the 90s. I don't know what the hell the point of it is. He's just colored the Green Lantern. I guess if you ever wanted Earthworm Jim to be one of the Green Lanterns, here you go. We got some amiibos. Or is it amiibo? What's the plural? I don't even know. Got these Lost. I love the Lost Vikings. And for years, I've still been planning to make videos about the Lost Vikings at some point. I never have. Love that game. Love the series, especially the first one. I wish I remembered the name of the artist who made these for me. They were awesome. Was at the Apex tournament in New Jersey back in 2015, I think, or 2014. Legend of Zelda puzzle, which is kind of dumb because they have a lot of the key places, but it doesn't match any one game. It's just kind of a generic map of Hyrule. A little weird. Speaking of Hyrule. Then we got our He-Man stuff here. Vintage Motu. Anyone who collects these knows how hard it is to get these bastards standing, so. And then if we go up, we got some Motu minis. We got Super 7's Filmation inspired ones. I still think that Tila is wrong. In Filmation, Tila had those like very angular eyebrows. They're too soft there, but whatever. Got some of the mini comics. We got Filmation Hordak. Had these baseballs since I was a baby. Little dinosaurs. My cousin gave me that. He bought me that years ago. More Eternia minis. More Filmation ones. And then Castle Grayskull. He-Man and the Bastards of the Universe. I got this for a really good price, actually, from a toy store. Very cool toy store near me. It's 100% complete, except it's missing 2 of the weapons that go on the weapons rack. But aside from that, it's fully complete. Love having that. All right, now let's go to the toy store now. I've shown this side off plenty of times now, so I'm not going to go through every single hook because I've done that in older videos, older room tours. But we got some Motu Origins, some Motu Hot Wheels, some Masters of the WWE Eternia, yeah! We got some Vintage Nightmare Before Christmas, and then the 2003 re-releases of the Vintage Nightmare Before Christmas, which were re-released by NECA, oddly enough. I remember having the Jack and the Santa Jack when I was a kid. I actually have both of those again now. We got Hordak. We got the, Origins ones. This is not one of the Origins ones, but this was one of the ones Super 7 did, the Transforming He-Man, which glows in the dark. It's awesome. Vintage Turtles. That whole rack is vintage TMNT. Some of the recent re-releases of Tiger handhelds. We got X-Men, Spider-Man, Transformers, Little Mermaid, Sonic 3. Earthworm Jim figures from Playmates. Got the full set of what they actually released. Beetlejuice. That's 3 figures. I can't say it for each of them. Can't say the B word. Then the vintage Tycho Little Mermaid figures that came out in 1989 with the movie. Then let's go to the other side, because we actually got this filled up pretty good now. We got a whole bunch of Motu Origins. Deluxe figures. We got Bendums for the Little Mermaid. And Fish Police. And everyone watching the video probably just went, what? There was some canceled show that Hanna-Barbera tried to make to compete with The Simpsons. It's canceled after 3 episodes in America, canceled after 6 in Europe. Undeserving. It was actually a pretty good show. It wasn't as good as, you know, it needed to be, but I don't think it was anywhere near as bad as its ratings would imply it was. Actually, this first one is that I have here of the character Angel is actually a misprint. That's, even though it shows Angel on it, that is the package for Gil, because they're never supposed to show the character they are on the package. So I got a misprint. If you look, it says her name is Inspector Gil, even though that is Angel. So I guess that's something to brag about that nobody cares about. Stranger Things figures. These are cool. I just couldn't warrant paying $20 for all of them, so I haven't picked up Lucas, Will, or Mike, unfortunately. I do wish I did, because I'd like to fill that rack up, but all we have is 11 and Dustin right now. Some more Motu. Some Migo. We got Bela Lugosi Dracula. And then behind Lugosi we got Max Shrek Nosferatu Dracula. I would like to get more of those, but again, $20. I mean, you get much more out of your $20 with these than you do for these Stranger Things figures. So I wouldn't feel as bad about that, but you know, there's just so much stuff to collect. I just can't keep dropping $20 on figures. I'm just gonna leave it in the package. This is kind of a temporary one here, just some NECA packages. I might put something there when I actually get more. And here's some of the re-releases of the vintage TMNT they've been putting out recently. And then if we come over here, Happy Hour News, April O'Neil, mounted like it's a TV. Channel 6 News Building. These are all from the package of the Channel 6 News team NECA figures. Actually, this got bumped. It's supposed to be like that. There we go. That looks better. Then I got all my NECA 2-packs here. And honestly, I kind of want to... These are temporary. These aren't meant to be permanent. I might actually put shelves along this wall and put figures there in the future, because these packages are just kind of here because I have no place else to put them. And they look kind of cool. And if we go up here, Cryptozoic DC Bombshells. Got Mara, Poison Ivy, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. My favorite of the bunch, not character-wise, but my favorite of the bunch of the figures is Batwoman. I like that she's holding a baseball bat. She's a baseball player, get it? And Supergirl. Powdered Toast Man cereal back there, packed with vitamin F. Then we got these metal die-cast turtles. My awesome friend Jake bought me as a Christmas gift last year. Some Motu Origin stuff. Some Mona Lisa figures that my friend Jake also had commissioned for me, because I've always had a crush on Mona Lisa, who's chilling right here. Yes, I have 2 of the Mona Lisa figures. I think the only NECA figure I have 2 of... Oh no, Leo and Mike I technically have 2 of. And foot soldiers. Some other miscellaneous turtle stuff. And let's go down here. It's the TV. My oversized TV. It's big. We got these Pac-Man cups that I got at a thrift store. These are vintage. These are from 1980. They tell you about all the ghosts on the back of them. Yeah. Speedy ones, nicknamed Pinky, is pink and he's fast. Because I guess Speedy alone didn't tell you it was fast. But I have all of them except for Inky, actually, the blue one. I don't have Inky. So I have Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. Then we got Ballroom Sally. She's not showing up very well. She's a bit too pale. Yeah, she doesn't want to show up. Alright. Then we got all the video game sections here. Doesn't want to show up. Well, I'll be. Good old Atari 2600. Look at that beautiful wood. And we got some little big-headed figures down here. We got the Angry Video Game Nerd. Board James. You know, James Rolfe's like my favorite online content creator. I watch that guy's stuff and how passionate he is about the stuff he loves, and it just makes me want to work on my own stuff so much. Working on my video game all the time. After, I mean, I'm always working on my video game all the time. I don't have a choice, but I always feel motivated to after I watch, you know, James Rolfe passionately talk about things he loves. Or the Pac-Man cups. Wii U. Xbox 360. The one that got the red rings of death. The NES used to go here, but I play it on my tube TV over there, my CRTV, so it just kind of sits here. The zapper and the controller. Sega Genesis over here. No official controllers, actually. Sonic enjoying a chili dog by his console. The Wii. A bunch of controllers, because it was hard to find a good one for that console. N64. Speaking of bad controllers, do you want it? Can you imagine why this thing ended up with duct tape all over it? I would guess when I was much younger and I was losing in a game, I got frustrated at the controller, which was probably the reason I was losing in the game. And due to an unfortunate circumstance, it ended up needing to have this cast on it, and it looks like garbage. And we have a bunch of Atari 2600 games. I don't know why Video Checkers is falling over. There we go. More VHS tapes down here. PlayStation games. Got Chrono Cross right there. Some GameCube and Xbox 360 games. Only about like a few. Nintendo Powers. And this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles storybook adventure. Which they made some of these back in the day. I wish I had more of them, honestly. They're cool. Something I found funny, though, is the neutrino that looks more like Zack has blue hair, and the one that looks more like Dask has purple hair. They reversed it in here. I don't think they really paid attention to who the heck the neutrinos really were when they made this. I don't think they cared, but yeah, they're cool. Those are cool little like storybooks. And we have just you know, a random bunch of stuff. My manuals, you know, my game manuals and stuff. And here's something they gave me from Sweet Sisters Cosplay, which I talked about earlier, that I got the buttons from my WarioWare cosplay. They sent me this little Pyoro sticker free, and they actually hand drew this little Orbulon thing that says thank you. That's adorable. That made my day when they did that. That was like, oh my god, that's so cute. It's so nice to be appreciated. Yeah, no, I felt bad. I felt like I should have spent more, honestly. But yeah, they drew that. They hand drew that and sent it. That's so cool. They were super cool. They also sent me a sticker of their pet parrot. Then we got the NES Advantage. If you ever need to control the Statue of Liberty, there you go. Then we've got the computer section. Well, I guess first back here. This is is where the magic happens. Now this is where I have my stuff, where I make my crappy videos. And I have my backup of Apple pencils and everything. Constantly need those when I'm animating for the game. We got a Gatekeeper Rocksteady. That guy cost a lot of money. Fugitoid over there. We got this Sally Snow Globe. Yeah, she's missing a foot. Whatever. Canonically, that makes sense. We got Poison. Best Capcom girl. Best Capcom character. Actually, I don't know. I can't say that. I love Mega Man X too much. Those characters are my favorites. Best Capcom human. Let's say that. Here we go. Some random Disney stuff. Motu Origins Battle Cat. Here's the original Rotom from the vintage line. Got Rafiki. Ursula suction cup thingy. Little Smurfs radio. Yeah, if you ever wanted to listen to the radio with a Smurf on it, there you go. Just in case you ever wanted to do that. Then we have Ludwig von Koopa, which I got at the Nintendo store in New York. We got RG. Just kidding, I know it's supposed to be Bit Charge, but my best buddy Kenny got me that years ago when he was in Hong Kong. And then we got just a bunch of legacy art stuff for me. Pens I used when I was a kid when I drew. That old wooden case, the Gallery kit. It's by a company named Gallery. I used to lean on that when I would draw all the time when I was younger, in high school and middle school. And then this is just all the extra iPad cases I've gone through while working on the game for the past like 5 years. That little chameleon, I've had that guy since I was like 7. Then we have a hoverboard. Doesn't actually hover, unfortunately, but it looks cool. Marty McFly's casual hat from Back to the Future 2. Wears that to blend in. You can get those anywhere. I think everybody has one of those at this point. Transformers the movie. Got this when I saw it for Fathom Events. They handed them out. I've mentioned this before, but why does Rodimus have to have his wings crooked? They don't line up. Come on, man. Come on. It drives me crazy. Then we got some miscellaneous Hot Wheels here. Thunder Tank is awesome. Origins Rotom, the remake of it. Then we get over here, some family photos. I used to take these out when I did the room tours, but I don't really care now. You actually see me and my grandpa there. It's hard to make out in the picture, but that's actually a Michelangelo cake my mom made for me when I was a little kid. It's Mike's head. Last Ronin Playmates figure, awesome. That was Eric gifted me that from the, you may know him from No You Grow Up or the Party Wagon podcast, and he gifted me that, and it's awesome. It's my favorite thing that Playmates has made in ages. I wish they'd make more turtle stuff like that. Some California Raisins. Pizza Tossin' Mike. That's not the re-release, that's the original. Machine Gun and Rocksteady. Still need Headspin and Bebop to go there, but it's very hard to find him with all his pieces. Movie 3 Donatello. That's my dog from my childhood. I have a dog that looks a lot like him now, Fred. Some Mario Hot Wheels that the packages got damaged. G.I. Joe. I got that at a garage sale. I thought I was going to get something that cost... I thought I was getting something for $20 that was going to resell for an insane amount. Nope, it's a 90s re-release. Motu Origins Panther. Turtles in Disguise, it's the package from NECA. But on top we have the Loyal Subjects figures, the best action. We got this from Bob Camp. We met Bob Camp, who's one of the guys who worked on Ren and Stimpy. You know, one of the guys. I don't know, all anyone talks about is John Kricfalusi, and plenty of people worked on the show. It wasn't just John Kricfalusi. So, Bob Camp was awesome. Then I got my NECA stuff here. We got this lamp in the way. Let's kind of lean this out of the picture for a bit. On top of these, I'll probably put some more of the Loyal Subjects figures when I get more of them. Glad I got this finally filled out, though. Then when we come down here, we got this Rest in Paradise mug, the fabulous Sally. Got that from a Box Lunch. There's all kinds of cool stuff at Box Lunch. It's a really cool store. If you like Disney stuff and anime stuff, that's like the place to go. They sell Ninja Turtle stuff now too, actually, but it usually uses that like modern 87 show artwork, which is not usually great. That's made to look like the 87 show artwork, but it doesn't. They got these little metal die-cast figures. You can get these like at Target and stuff right now. It's pretty readily available. They're awesome though. They actually work really good if you have the Turtles Monopoly game over there. They work good as substitute game pieces. Which I guess I didn't really look at show off my board games, so. There you go. Alright, here's Ultimate Usagi. Battle Damage, He-Man Battle Cat. Some more board games. I still got to make a video where I show off the board game I made years ago. And the board game I made years ago is not the video game I keep talking about. Then we have our vintage TMNT shelves. My favorite collection I own. I love this toy line. This toy line is my childhood, so got a bunch of more VHS tapes back there too. Random stuff. Earthworm Jim, Johnny Carson, Beavis and Butthead, Batman the Animated Series. A lot of stuff. Then we got Wave 5 and Wave 6. Scratch. You know, he's kind of a big deal, I guess. I don't know. Mine's in pretty lousy shape. Anyone can get them if you're just willing to set up the payment plan. Shogun Shoat. Complete. Same with Hotspot. And we got some VHS tapes back there. You know, some of them are complete. Like Anthrax complete, Hothead complete, Dr. L complete. But then you got Scale Tail here. He doesn't have a single accessory. So Murdude's complete. Mona Lisa's complete. Half Court's complete. Monty Moose, Vernon, and Sandstorm has nothing. King Lionheart has nothing. So very, very mismatched. And we got the robotic Bebop and Rocksteady. The giant Bebop and Rocksteady I still love. Those are awesome figures. Big chunky figures. Then we got waves. Well, wave 4 here. And then just a bunch of random turtles on the side. But we got wave 4. Secret of the Ooze figures over there. Super Shredder. Then over here we got the sewer spitters, who actually just about less than a week ago were all over there. I had seashells and the sewer spitters and Ray Fillet and Merdude over there, and a bunch of mermaid plush toys and a life preserver all over my TV for summer. But summer's going away now, so room's back to normal. And this shelf we got Wave 3 with a bunch of turtles. Giant Mike, got that at the mall back in 2019. Best wave right here, you know. Wave 3 was the best. Then we got Wave 1 and Wave 2 up here, with some other things mixed in. These are all the soft head turtles, actually. I got all 4 of them as soft heads, which were the original releases. I got the 5-year anniversary Leo, Ninja Knockin' Bebop, and whatever that Power Punch and Rocksteady I think it was called. Yeah, the Turtles collection. It's my favorite collection I've got. Then we got Ninja Gaiden posters. 2 of my favorite game covers of all time. Ninja Gaiden 1 is one of my favorite games of all time. And that's almost everything. Oh yeah, we got this. I forgot to mention this earlier. We got a Raphael Pillow Pal. Actually, my dad got me this recently for my birthday. He knows I collect Ninja Turtle stuff, so that was super awesome, super sweet. Then I got this this vintage 88, I believe, blanket. So they go really good together, I think. The Pillow Pal and the 88 blanket there. So it's like a little nighttime sleepover setup there, I guess. Then we got the Ecto 1 and the original Ghostbusters figures. These aren't the re-releases they did recently. These are the original Kenner figures. Stridor and Mossman. Some Loyal Subjects packages. Some Motu Origins sealed vehicles. Then we got my Sonic display. Still waiting for them to make Charmy B so I can put them up there above Victor. I think Cream is out now, and Jet the Hawk. Gotta get them at some point. And we got Knuckles and Chaos fighting over the Master Emerald. Had an opportunity to get Eggman once, who I'd like to put right there. But the paint was so messed up on his face, I skipped on it. Animation Cell from the original show. You can get these pretty cheap actually online. I've had this one for years. And then up here we got some more Loyal Subjects packages. Mirage, Fugitoy, just the comic book NECA figures here. We got some Mighty Mutanimals. We got Slash, Dreadmon, Jaguar, Man Ray, Ray Fillet, whatever the hell you want to call them. These are pretty awesome. I didn't really follow Archie. I've only read a few of the issues over the years, but they always fit in very well with Turtles. We got some movie posters of some of my favorite movies. Rocky, my favorite movie of all time, Rocky. Favorite animated movie of all time, Little Mermaid. And one of my favorite movies of all time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990. Then just Creature from the Black Lagoons represent my love of the Universal monsters. Got that at Monster Mania Con in 2019 also. And yeah, that's it. That's the room. That's just about everything in here. Probably forgetting 1 or 2 things, but that stuff Don up there, vintage. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned. There should be more videos coming up soon, including a lot of stuff for Halloween, because Halloween's nigh upon us. So take care. Do all the liking and subscribing and the sharing and the bell stuff.